हरि ओम नमस्ते। भवन्तः सर्वेभ्यः संस्कृतकक्षायां हार्दं स्वागतम्। इदानीं प्रार्थनां कुर्मः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। भवन्तः यदि सुबन्तानां क्रियापदानां तथा अव्ययानां च किञ्चित् परिचयः भवेत् चेत् तर्हि सरलवाक्यानां रचना अतीव सुलभः भवति। अस्तु पश्यामः। Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Nidhi Sanskrit study. I am Padmavati. Today we are discussing about how to frame simple sentences with different verbs and pronouns. Here I have taken a set of pronouns saha, sa, tvam, tvam and aham. Okay. Now any noun or pronoun will be written in 7 vibhaktis. प्रथमा विभक्ति, द्वितीया विभक्ति, तृतीया विभक्ति, चतुर्थी विभक्ति, पंचमी विभक्ति, षष्ठी विभक्ति and saptami vibhakti. And prathama vibhakti has got one more thing added to it. It is sambodhana prathama vibhakti. So that will be written at the end of the table. 7 vibhaktis you have to study, from which I have taken only prathama vibhakti here. All here also prathama I have taken, tvam, yuam, yum also prathama, aham, avam, vayam also from prathama vibhakti of aham. Okay. Now let us see how the words are written. Saha, tau, te, sa, te, taha, tvam, yuvam, yuyam, aham, avam, vayam. Let us see the meaning of these words. Saha means he. Tau, they both. Te, they all. Sa means she. Te, they both. Taha, they all. Tvam, you. Yuvam, you both. Yuyam, you all. Aham, I. Avam, we both. Vayam, we all. So I repeat it once again. Saha, he, tau, they both, te, they all. Sa, she, te, they both, taha, they all. Tvam, you, yuvam, you both, yuyam, you all. Aham, I, avam, we both, vayam, we all. Here I have written the transliteration for the people who cannot read the Devanagari script. Tau, T-O-U I have written. I have not added H there because it becomes thou. You have to read it as tau, ta, not tau. Te, again here I have written T-Te, but it is the word is te. Saha, tau, te. Sa, te, taha. Tvam, yuvam, yuyam. Aham, avam, vayam. So it is very simple to memorize also. Saha, tau, te. Sa, te, taha. Aham, avam, vayam. Tvam, yuvam, yuyam. Like this you have to memorize all the shabdas. Now I have taken one kriyapada, that is verb. What is a kriyapada? It is the action word, that is the word which indicates the action. Lat lakara, simple present tense. Pat dhatu, tingantam, kriyapadam. Now kriyapadam means verb, tingantam means also verb. Here I have written the kriyapada in 3 purushas. 3 purushas and 3 vachanas. See, ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. I repeat it. Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. Patati, Patataha, Patanti. Patasi, Patataha, Patatha. Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. Now, what is Patati? Patati means reads. They both read. They all read. Now, you have to match these things. Then you can get simple sentences. How it is done? Let us check. Saha means a he reads. They both tau patataha. They all read. He reads. They both read. They all read. This is how it is done. And sa patati, te patataha, taha patanti for feminine gender. Whether it is masculine or feminine, Kriya Pada is same, it will not change. But the condition is that here the first column, this is the first column, you have to match it with the first column respectively. Here, Ekavachanam means singular, should be matched with the singular only. Dual number, only Dvivachanam, dual number. Plural with the plural only. If you take this word Saha and match it with this, it becomes wrong. Where you are using one singular and the verb is in plural. It is totally wrong in any language for that matter. Now, Saha and Sa, they are used in third person always. Okay. Then coming to Tvam. Tvam, this table, second table, Tvam Yuvam Yum is always matched with this table only. Tvam Patasi, Yuvam Patataha, Yum Pathatha. I repeat it. Tvam means you. I have written it here. You read. You both read. You all read. Yum patata. For this, aham patami. I read. Avam patavaha. Vayam patamaha. Aham patami. I read. Avam patavaha. We both read. Vayam patamaha. We all read. So, this is how the lakara is written. If you add the words, nouns or pronouns correctly, you can make sentences. And this is the format for one, like a formula it works. I have written here only for one verb, which means reads. If you know this particular format, you can make a table and frame hundreds and hundreds of words like this. How it is done, let me tell you. One or two examples only. Now here I have written Patati, reads, read. Suppose I take the word play, Kridati. How it is done? In the same format, same type. Kridati, Kridataha, Kridanti, Kridasi, Kridataha, Kridata, Kridami, Kridavaha, Kridamaha. Now, again match it in the same way. Saha Kridati, Tau Kridataha, Te Kridanti. Sa Kridati, Te Kridataha, Taha Kridanti. Tvam Kridasi, Yuvam Kridataha, Yuyam Kridatha. Aham Kridami, Avam Kridavaha, Vayam Kridamaha. Like this, you have to go on making sentences. Suppose I take another verb, gachami. It is gam dhatu. Okay, gachami. Gachati, gachataha, gachanti, gachasi, gachataha, gachata, gachami, gachavaha, gachamaha. Hasati, has dhatu. Hasati, hasataha, hasanti, hasasi, hasataha, hasata, hasami, hasavaha, hasamaha. Khadami, khadati. Okay, khad dhatu. Khadati, khadataha, khadanti, khadasi, khadataha, khadata, khadami, khadavaha, khadamaha. Vadati, vadataha, vadanti, vadasi, vadataha, vadata, vadami, vadavaha, vadamaha. Prakshalayati, prakshalayataha, prakshalayanti, prakshalayasi, prakshalayataha, prakshalayata, prakshalayami, prakshalayavaha, prakshalayamaha. You can go on making a number of verbs and perfectly match with this, you will get sentences in present tense. This is how it is done. You just imagine so many formations can be learned with just one table of 3 into 3 columns. It is like a formula, isn't it? Where only the variables will change and you can go on making, solving the problems. It is like that. I really tell you, nowhere in the world a language is taught like mathematics except Sanskrit. Even the nouns also. If you learn the noun in 7 vibhaktis, you are done with it. You can frame sentences. Sarvanama Padani also. One format, if you learn, you can write hundreds of Shabdas in the same way. Only thing is, you should know the purpose of it. Many times it so happens is, we keep on telling many times, they just say, okay, by heart sahataute tam tautan tena tabhyam taihi tasmai tabhyam tebhyaha. For what purpose we are doing it? That students will not know at all. Simply they've just memorized all the shabdas, they just memorize all the kriyapadas without knowing the meaning of it. That is useless. Really, I tell you, it's even if you work hard learning so many things, it will not serve the purpose. What is to be learning, understand the concept very clearly. It becomes crystal clear to you. See, for example, now I have taught you how it is done. Saha, he. Without knowing what is saha, without knowing what is patati, if you just mug up, it's of no use. Any language for that matter, first you have to understand in your language, then only it becomes easy. See, uh, your language, in the sense the language which is easy for you to understand, then you can go on learning that particular language. Other learning other language also becomes very easy for you. Now, last and final verb I am taking today. Kridati, kridataha, kridanti. Kridasi, kridataha, kridatha. Kridami, kridavaha, kridamaha. Now we will make a table with kridati. Saha kridati, he plays. Tau kridataha, they both play. Te kridanti, they all play. Sa kridati, she plays. Te kridataha, they both play. Taha kridanti, they all play. Tvam kridasi, you play. Yuvam kridataha, you both play. Yuyam kridata, you all play. Aham kridami, I play. Avam kridavaha, we both play. Vayam kridamaha, we all play. So this is how it is done. You can make many sentences like this. And one more thing, let me tell you about pat dhatu. Here, What is a dhatu? Dhatu is the main root of a verb, we say. Even in English also we have. For example, goes, going, gone, went, etc. Many kinds of words are formed. But what is the main root in it? Go is the main root, isn't it? So, dhatu it is called. If you put it in Sanskrit, it is called as dhatu. Similarly, you can make many words from pat. I have taken here lat lakara. Present tense I have taken. You can make it in past tense also. Apatat. It becomes apatat. If you take lot lakara, it is patatu. See how it changes. Patati, apatat, patatu, patishyati. In rit lakara, it becomes patishyati. But what is the main root for all these different words and different conjugations? It is pat. So this is called as the verb. And in Sanskrit, we always write dhatu first and then we start writing the purushas and vachanas. So here it is third person, second person, first person. Match the first column with the first column because he and she, it's a it, etc. Third person. You both, you all, second person. I, we both, we all matches with the first person. So you have to go upward first, second, third. So if you learn this table, it becomes very easy for you to make many different verbs from the present tense. Suppose you add one object to the sentence which you have made, okay, then it becomes a complete sentence. See here, for example, saha patati I am taking. Saha patati, he reads. You add an object to it, Ramayanam, you say for example, saha Ramayanam patati. Tau Ramayanam patataha, they both read Ramayana. Te Ramayanam patanti. Like this. Let me take Gachasi. Tvam Granthalayam Gachasi. You go to library. Granthalayam means library. Yuvam Granthalayam Gachataha. Yuyam Granthalayam Gachata. You both go to library. You all go to library. Then Aham Gachami. Aham Granthalayam Gacha. Aham Devalayam Gachami. Devalayam means temple. Aham Devalayam Gachami. Avam Devalayam Gachavaha. Vayam Devalayam Gachamaha. So memorize this table for one Kriyapada. It becomes very easy to do many such Kriyapadas. In my next coming classes, I will be uploading plenty of Kriyapadas also, the nouns, pronouns, etc. And all these lessons are interlinked with one another. They are graded in such a way that if you see this video and if you see the next video, when you watch that, these things will be very, very useful to frame the sentences in that particular video also. So, I request all of you to watch the video and make use of it. And every video, if you watch it, you can keep in touch with all the nouns, all the verbs, whatever grammar is taught to you, and it becomes easy for you to learn also. I request all of you to subscribe the channel and watch the program and give the comments. Thank you very much for watching it. Dhanyavadaha.